Hey, good morning. Welcome. Come on in. Hello, everybody. My name is Bridget Brown Jackson. I am a behavioral wealth strategist. And for the month of February, we're coming in every day doing a LinkedIn Live. So I'm saying good morning to you. We're having breakfast for 5 minutes while we share with you some leadership legends. Now, it might not be breakfast where you're at. You might be even watching the replay. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Listen, today we're going to talk about Martin Luther King, and I have to be totally honest with you. I do not do Martin Luther King a lot when I do Black history things, even when I was a teacher, even when I was a principal. Why? Because a lot of people know about him, but sometimes the other people are in the shadows. But today I am going to talk about Martin Luther King because I want to talk about him in the context of his leadership, from leadership as a transformative leader. Again, my name is Bridget Brown Jackson. I am the founder of Exponential Edge Adventures. I am a behavioral wealth strategist. I love talking to people about their behavior so that you can see the wealth in your behavior. So let's look at Martin Luther King Jr.'s wealth. All right, let's get into it. We know that he was born in 1929. He passed away, unfortunately, from assassination. Not just he just died on his own in 1968. He was a civil rights advocate and an amazing man of God, leader of the not just the Black history, a Black history figure, but American figure, a Nobel Prize winner. He advocated for nonviolence, as we know that, right? And he wanted to make sure that discrimination was kind of, the gap was closed and closed out. His iconic "I have a dream" speech is still being said. I mean, I've seen 2 and 3 and 4-year-olds repeating his message. It was absolutely amazing. It was based on the speech that he spoke at the March on Washington. All right. And so that you have a little bit of context in case you don't know who he is. I don't know anybody. I really don't. I don't know anybody that don't know who Martin Luther King Jr. is. But he was a voice for change. So I want to talk today for the next 3 minutes that we have about his leadership. And so he emerged as a central figure fighting again against racial inequality. We know that, against discrimination and segregation on all fronts, right? But here is what I want you to understand. In these segments we've been doing, and this is day number 8, as you can see, this is day number 8. And we literally have been talking about leadership legends in the context of their transformative leadership, talking about their emotional intelligence. Today, I want to talk about the emotional intelligence that he had. He was very skillful how he navigated conflicts. Listen, as a leader, you can't avoid conflict. You're going to have conflict. But guess what's going to happen when you deal with the conflict? Then you can literally solidify your team, your organization, and everything. So he had the ability to be able to inspire and motivate people. That's what I want to talk about today. Again, in our last little segment. If you know anything about me, look me up. I'm a certified DISC instructor. And so I teach people about their personality styles and how we can leverage the 4 styles. Now, I'm certified under Dr. Eric Thomas. And so we don't use the term DISC. We call it the flight assessment. And so if I was to analyze Dr. Martin Luther King, one of the things that I would say is that he had a natural ability to influence, but he also had a powerful way of being stabilizing, right? And that's what I want to talk about, his stabilizing, because we saw the influence, but sometimes we don't look at how stabilizing he was. So here's a couple things to realize. He remained steadfast in his commitment to his nonviolent resistance. I don't care how violent others got, he still remained steadfast in how he was going to be, again, nonviolent. He was going to not allow the adversity and allow the pressures and the oppression to take him to a different level. He was very consistent in what he was. He had trust. He was very confident. He was, again, amazing in these leadership skills. He actively listened to people. See, we say people, so I'm talking about the S style on the disc, right? We call it in our group, again, Dr. Eric Thomas, we call it a grounds crew. And so he is very, very behind the scenes at times and looking out for the people. So he showed empathy. He was able to, again, to galvanize people. But here's what also he was able to do. S-type styles are very team oriented. And so they have this collaborative approach. He also was very consistent, and he was reliable. Stabilizing personalities are very reliable. So he was reliable. He always was there for his cause, and he was going to stick to it. Okay. He was very supportive, and he was absolutely the epitome of a team player, as he, again, worked and collaborated with other organizations. So let's walk away over our time. Let's do our 3 lessons that I want you to walk away with. As a leader, I need you to lead with purpose and passion. Number 2, as a leader, foster change that's going to have dialogue and reconciliation of other people, because, again, that stabilizing part comes out. And then last but not least, build on those coalitions that have been established. So bringing other people around in a shared vision. That was Martin Luther King's transformative way. So again, I am Bridget Brown Jackson. I am a behavioral wealth strategist. I love talking all things behavior. And again, it's been my pleasure to be here with you today. Please join us again tomorrow for our next person that we're going to be talking about. Again, day number 9, same time, same place. Join us here. Bye.